What's going on, friend? In this episode, we're gonna be checking out the Jimi Hendrix Collection for Amplitube 5. Amor lanza sing now. We break it down, baby. Alright, thank you so much for being here once again, and remember, as usual, like, subscribe, and do all those cool little things that we like to do on YouTube so that you and I can stay in touch with each other. Alright, for those of you who don't know, Amplitube 5 is like this platform where you can have like all these amps, pedals, cabinets, microphones, and all these pieces of gear just to make your dream rig, right? But of course, every single piece of gear, it costs money. And you can buy their bundles like Amplitube Max, for example, but then there's so many pieces of gear over there that I just wonder, are you really gonna use them all? So I took it upon myself to go and check every single collection and share it with you so that you can make an informed decision and actually choose the pieces of gear that you want, instead of just crowding your hard drive with a bunch of stuff that you're never gonna use. And I've already done a bunch of other videos, like I have the Fender collection and Mesa Boogie 1, Mesa Boogie 2, I did the Orange collection, and today we're gonna be doing the Jimi Hendrix collection. And I feel like this is very special because all the amps are like sort of custom. They're not like really branded, so you kind of like want to assume that they're like hot rodded or whatever. But let's just take the veil of the mystique off and let's check it out. Okay, so here we are in Amplitube 5. And as usual, my same preset every time because I already have the room and the microphones that I like. So let's just go down here where his beautiful signature is. And in the amp section, we have 7 different amps. So why don't we just get a guitar and get going? Today, we're gonna be using this beautiful Fender American Professional 2 Stratocaster in the MSG color, because I just felt like it was fitting to use a Strat for the Jimi Hendrix collection. Anyway, let me get my headphones on. Alright, we're all ready to rock. Let's get this American Vintage B, which I kind of want to assume like it's like a bassman, but who knows? It doesn't say it anywhere. Where will we land? I'm in the neck position. Pretty dark, but we have a lot of headroom over here. Let's see what happens if we turn the presence all the way up. Okay, a lot more brightness there. All right, let's see what happens if we gain it up a bit. Hope we don't overload the output. Wow, it just sounds incredible with that amp. There's like a real characteristic sound here that I am not used to, like in the Fender collection or anything, but there's a familiarity nonetheless, right? Especially when I did that. Just has that Hendrixy thing, and wow, that reverb is like super long. Let's see if we turn it down a bit. For my taste, I think this has a little too much bass. Let's turn it down a bit. Well, let's just go to our bridge pickup and see what happens here. I think it's a nice sound for a bridge pickup. Right now I'm in position 2. Even though it's like muffled, I'm kind of really enjoying that like low mid-range that it has. It's pretty nice sounding amp. Okay, let's go and check the American Vintage D. Okay, this one feels like it needs a little bit more gain. See, like this one is not super boomy, but it still has that like tons and tons of bass. Like, okay, that one feels like a lot spankier. Let's see, compare it again with the Vintage B. See, this one doesn't have like that huge buildup in the mid-range. And it still doesn't sound like super thin either. So that's pretty nice. Let's see what happens if we add a lot of mid-range. And I like to be extreme, like all the way to the top, just to see what it's actually doing. it just sounds beautiful. Wow, beautiful, beautiful tone. I don't think it needs any more presence, but let's take it all the way up. And you notice how quiet this amp is, even though I already like boosted all the mid-range all the way up and the presence all the way up. Like there's a lot of separation between signal and noise right now, which is really nice. If you like my Orange Collection review, that was not the case there. Like the noise was super hot in that one. And it does sound like it's a little bit pushed and it's breaking out a little, but it still sounds super clean. Okay, that was really nice. Let's see the vintage T. Okay, this one took it too far. Like this pinkiness. Let's see if we can put the bass all the way up. Okay, I feel like even though I added all the bass, it still didn't do enough. Let's see what happens if we add gain. It's just a beautiful tone, right? Like even like in the beginning, it's like shocking when you don't hear that bass and it sounds like super trebly. Once you add the gain, it just feels good, huh? Let's try gain and bass. Let's go all the way up. Beautiful tone. Okay, I think it's breaking up too much with that bass. Let's turn it down to maybe like 8. Wow, it makes the bridge sound really good too. Wow, it just sounds so classic when you hit that bridge, huh? I'm not gonna blame that like discrepancy of tone in the amp because I know that that's how the Strat is. But overall, I think like even then, I just think it sounds really, really good. Okay, let's try to just compare the 3 of them really quick. Let's put them all with the gain in 7. I feel like this one, like the vintage T, sounds like very Fendery. Very, very Fendery. And like the vintage B, I really can't decipher the tone. Maybe because I never used the bassman too much. There you go. You can hear 3 of them. Clean amps. Sound really great. Let's go to the British Lead S100. There's that Marshall clean sound. You can't deny it. The tone is like so much sweeter. It doesn't have like that super razor sharp attack. Yeah, like let's just compare this to this. And this is with the presence down. Now that sounds great to me. Like I love the combination of a Fender into a Marshall. It's just so magic. And I want to say that there was another episode, I think in the Orange Collection, where I was saying like I didn't like how those amps like get out, like super out of control and that kind of stuff. And when I hear this collection right now, I think this is the perfect example of what a controlled amp sounds like. All these amps right now, no matter how much I'm pushing them and stuff like that, they are still taking all the heat. What's coming out of the amp, it's already processed by the amp and finessed. You know what I'm trying to say? So all the craziness and unevenness that could be happening in the input stage of the amp, it's being really treated. But something, for example, like the Orange, I felt like whatever was coming in was coming out, just like with distortion and of course and all that kind of stuff. So and that felt to me like too much lack of control for like a recording environment. One of you in the comment section pointed out that that was their favorite amp in the collection. And I totally understand why, because it's so much character and so much energy. But these amps, in my opinion, for my taste, are really nice. They have a lot of bite and they have a lot of character, but what's coming out of the amp is very controlled and very refined. I really like that. Definitely the input stages and the way they're breaking is just so good. I kind of want to click this. What happens? Nothing. Let's see if we bump that reverb a little bit more. I love that you don't only get more, but you get more and it's longer too. I like that a lot. Okay, so far I'm really impressed with all these amps. Okay, let's go to the JH1200. Beautiful. This reverb has a very resonant peak somewhere in the mid-range that it kind of makes me feel like there's another harmony note somewhere in there.
That's pretty funny.
Okay. Let's add a little bit of treble. Don't see treble like just like frequency. See it more like what do you want it to do? Like when I don't have it right now, I feel like it's like muffled, like I'm doing this, right? And as soon as I bring the treble, this is what happens, right? Sometimes with certain amps, you have to be careful the way you use your EQ control, because there's going to be instances where they're in series. So whatever you do in one frequency is going to affect what happens on the next one. But I digress. Let's just listen to the amp. Okay, I want to see the contour. I want that all the way up. Let's go. Nice. Really nice. Okay, let's see JH Gold. Okay, I'm just gonna say it plain and simple. I don't know, like, this is exactly what you're looking for in an amp. A tone that is more than just the guitar that you're feeding into. And a tone that makes you forget about the insignificant differences or the little particularities that make the tone maybe not perfect, but you just vibe with it. That's what I'm feeling with these amps right now. I think that's the best way to describe it. Because that mid-range is not necessarily like the cleanest I've ever heard or anything, but it sounds so good. It just gives like this super like relevant feel to the guitar, you know, like that mid-range. It's like almost like it's talking or singing. All right, let's add a little bit more treble. Let's just do this high treble loudness. I assume this is gain. Yep. I mean, we're still like edge of breakup, kinda. Let's change to the normal channel now and see what happens there. It's such a sweet tone. I won't get tired of saying it. It's such a sweet tone. I don't know. I'm having way too much fun with this amp. And there's a few nice tones going on in there. Really, really nice. Okay, Silver 12. What's this? It's like an old radio.
Damn, my leg just totally fell asleep.
I need to wait. I cannot feel my foot.
Thanks for waiting. Your host will be back with you shortly. Please take a second to like and subscribe. Thank you. Right, let's just check this Silver 12. It looks like an old radio, kinda. Let's turn it up. I mean, I'm sure you can hear that there's a delay. I'm sorry I didn't say anything about it, but there's a little bit of delay. All right, I think this tone is pretty nice. The mid-range is a little bit weird. Let's turn the treble up. Too much. I just think I like this amp a little bit darker. Let's see what it was. There you go. Ooh, tremolo. I love tremolo. Oh, okay, the tremolo works on channel 2. Oh, it's a very aggressive tremolo. Let's turn the volume down a little bit. Several days later. Now let's turn this all the way off. I'm really liking all the amps. This is so distorted in the best of all ways. I don't know, there's something about them. Like them all. Why don't we check if there's any pedals? There you go. I knew there had to be something. Okay, let's just choose the American Vintage D because I feel like that's like the most balanced of the amps. So I kind of want to say that would be like a good pedal platform. Okay, let's start with the Class Fuzz. Let's put it right here. I thought it would be like a lot fuzzier. Let's see, all the way dry. A lot of drive, not too much volume. Of course, I took it down way too far. Okay, let me turn this echo off because I see that here we have a tape echo. So why don't we just use that instead? Let's get rid of the fuzz for now. Okay, beautiful. Let's get back to the fuzz territory. Okay, let's try this fuzz age instead. Okay, we might need to turn the delay down. That kind of fuzz. That's a lot more Hendrixy. Let's fuzz it all the way. Turn the volume down a little bit. Now that's the fuzz that I like to hear. Let's see if we try this other one. Ooh. See, this one like instantly feels more like a lead kind of fuzz because it's just like so warm and creamy and just delicious. Wow, really nice sounding. Okay, I like that one a lot. Let's see the fuzz one. What's happening here? Ooh, it's got an attack control. Let's see what happens if this opens. It's got like an envelope before the gain section, huh? So in this case, attack refers to how much you're hitting it. Okay, that's nice. But I don't know. So far, I think like the Fuzz Age and the Fuzz Age 2 have been my favorites. They just sounded really nice. I feel like one of them sounded... I feel like the red sounded really nice, like for riffage, and the silver one feels like really good for like solos and stuff. Several days later. Very, very fun pedal. At the beginning, I was feeling like the tracking wasn't really like following the performance too much, but I think it just needed a little bit of gain. A lot of these things, they just need a little bit more gain. I think that's the lesson. Okay, let's change it for this right fuzz. See what happens here. See, that's what I'm saying. Like some fuzzes like destroy the signal too much before it even gets there. It's like it doesn't track the next hit. Yeah, it just totally farts. Okay, that one is, I guess, I'm not gonna bash it. I don't know how to use that fuzz, I guess. Okay, let's try this other one. I don't know, and I'm like the kind of guitar player that if I don't hear something that I really like, it's very hard for me like even get inspired to play anything because I never know what I'm playing. I just like play whatever it feels like. Oh, beautiful, Univibe. I love what it's doing to like the bottom notes. That one has a beautiful, beautiful tone. All right, let's see if we can just check this wah without a controller. Because usually wahs is so hard. Oh, this one has an auto wah though. Oh, half. There you go. All right, why don't we just go get some conclusions? I think these amps were really, really fun. Let's go. Okay, so first and foremost, these are fantastic. Overall, I think like there's nothing to fault them. I really, really enjoyed every single one of the amps. It's funny how they didn't really like get the association to the brands. I feel like this one was really, really, really nice. Maybe it's really nice when you're trying to use like a bridge pickup and you want that quack, but you still want that body. Beautiful. The Vintage D to me feels like the most balanced. I'm sure like if we overdrive it and everything is going to be really nice too. It sounded to me like it's a great platform for pedals, but it just sounded great on its own as well. And then we have that Vintage T, which in the beginning seemed like it was a little bit too bitey, but I really, really loved it. I definitely think like this is like a Fender. I wanted to say that maybe this is like a Dumble, but I don't know if Alexander Dumble was making Dumbles in the 60s, so who knows? But let me know in the comment section. I'm sure one of you know all these things. And for everybody else who don't know, still go to the comment section because there's a lot of knowledgeable friends right here that are really, really happy to share their knowledge. Just don't be afraid to comment on their comments and just start a conversation. I think that would be really, really nice. Anyway, going back to like the Marshall zone now, I feel like this has such a beautiful clean tone. It just has such a beautiful clean tone, and I feel like that's a thing from like a 100-watt Marshall Plexi. And this one, really nice. I mean, you have to mess with it so little. And I think that this is something to take away out of these videos too. Like you've seen me in other videos, how I like struggle to just get a tone going and start playing. And sometimes I just feel like I'm fixing problems, and I shouldn't be because I'm trying to be creative and have fun, right? When I'm playing guitar. In this collection, I didn't find myself like trying to fix anything. Everything was just inspiring. Even when it didn't sound like super great to begin with, there was still something really nice and valuable in every single one of the amps. So to me, that's a key takeaway. These Roland cores, I think that was really, really nice, especially with this contour dial. I feel like it gave you like a lot of flexibility in your tone. Like all of a sudden you could feel like the roundness of the string. I don't know, it's just overall really nice amp. I can see a million times I could use every single one of these amps. This JH Gold, I mean, if I was more of like a lead player, I would probably give you a couple really nice examples, but it's still a really, really killer amp. And then this Several 12, I feel like that was like the more sort of like gimmicky, but as soon as I heard that overdrive right here on this channel 2, it totally blew my mind. So really nice. And then all the pedals, I feel like these two fuzzes, like the Fuzz H1 and 2, they're definitely amazing. They sound really nice. And I feel like maybe the red one would be really great for rhythms, and maybe this one would be great for leads. But you tell me what you felt about it. And then definitely the Tape Echo, I mean, legendary. It just sounds great. There's nothing bad to say about this whole collection. Overall, I feel like if you're looking for that Fender and Marshall sound, you cannot go wrong with the Jimi Hendrix collection. But before I keep talking, remember, like if you like this video, definitely subscribe, stay warm, stay safe, go to the comment section down below and let me know what you think. Other than that, I'm out, my friend. Thank you for being here.